there, welcome to Sara Yoga. I'm Kat and this is Yoga for Summer. This is a cooling, grounding class with a nice slice of energizing practices, just in case summer's got you feeling a bit sluggish. This class will refresh you like a cool summer breeze. And do remember to subscribe and like this video by clicking the thumbs up button below. Enjoy! Begin in a comfortable cross-legged position. Use a block or a cushion to sit on if it helps you lengthen your spine up taller and creates more comfort in your lower back. Allow your mind to scan over your body, observing how you feel, and let your awareness come to your breath, observing the sensations of the breath as it flows in and out. On your next inhalation, shrug your shoulders right up to your ears and exhale them down your back, repeating again. Inhale, shoulders shrug up, and exhale, slide them all the way down. Lots of space between ears and shoulders. One more time, inhale, shoulders right up, and exhale all the way down, and keeping your shoulders sliding down your back away from your ears, sliding towards a V shape at the base of your spine. And think about all the places where your body is grounded into the earth, supported by the earth, your hands in contact with your knees or thighs, feeling grounded through there too, relaxing your face and jaw. And we're thinking about apana vayu, the downward flow of energy that helps us feel stable, rooted and connected. And that feeling is brought on by the exhale especially. Let's focus on that downward and outward flow of the exhale. And turn your left palm to face upwards. This is going to symbolize the openness of your left nostril. And as you breathe, imagine that you are only breathing in and out through your left nostril. In through the left and out through the left. This is called Ida breath. So it connects us to the Ida channels or the Ida nadis, which are along the left side, and they are connected to the cooling energy of the moon. It's meant to help to cool the body, calm and restore. And here you might notice a little bit more that cooler inhale. The air has not had time to warm up inside your body yet. And just taking a few more rounds of breath here, focusing on the coolness of the breath and that downward flow of energy, feeling connected with and supported by the earth. Then turning your left palm face down again and imagining that both nostrils are equally open and breathing evenly through both nostrils. Take a nice breath in, and as you exhale, drop your chin down towards your chest, keeping your spine lovely and long. Feel that delicious back of the neck stretch and bring your fingertips down by your sides. Then inhale as you look up and over one shoulder, feeling a nice stretch down the front side of your neck and into your jaw. Exhale, chin towards the chest again. Inhale, looking up and over the other shoulder. And exhaling, chin towards your chest. Keep going with your natural pattern of breath. Keep the face and jaw relaxed. Keep your shoulders drawing down your back and imagine your shoulder blades were sliding to a V shape towards the base of the spine, and this gives you the most openness across the front of your chest and helping to stretch most deeply into the big muscles at the front sides of the neck. And if you tend to hunch your shoulders, then this stretch will feel so wonderful, opening the front side of the neck. So bring your head back to center. On your next inhalation, sweep your arms around and up and clasp your hands behind your head, cradling the back of your skull. Inhale, shine the chest forward, lift the heart. Exhale, round your shoulders, draw your elbows slightly closer together. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, roll the elbows back, lift the chin gently. Exhale, round. Continue with your breath. Inhale, open the front body. As we do this movement in time with the breath, use your clasped hands to apply some very gentle traction to the base of the skull, lengthening your neck. Inhale, bring your torso back to center, reach your arms up, and exhale, tracing your hands around your body as if drawing a big sunshine. Bring your fingertips down. Inhale, reach your right arm up and exhale into a side lean. Inhale back to center and exhale your hand down by your side. Other side, inhale, reaching left arm up, exhale over into a side lean. Stay rooted down through your sit bones. Inhale, lengthen to center and exhale, release your hand back down. Bring palms to touch in front of your heart. Inhale, reaching your arms up, interlock your fingers, turn your palms towards the ceiling, push them up as you drop your chin down, keep your shoulders away from your ears. Inhale your head back to center and exhale as you round your shoulders, push your palms out in front of you, release your chin towards your chest. Inhale, lengthening back up again, shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, bringing your hands down and around, drawing a big imaginary sunshine all around you. Change the cross of your legs. This will keep your body more even, but might not feel quite as natural this way. Bring your fingertips down beside you. Inhale, reaching your left arm up and extend. Exhale over into a side lean. Inhale back to center and exhale, release your fingers back down. Inhale, reach the right arm up and exhale, extend over into a side lean. Inhale back to center. Exhale, place your fingertips back down. Bring palms to touch. Inhale, reaching your arms up. Interlock your fingers. Turn your palms towards the ceiling. Push the palms away as you exhale. Drop your chin. Keep your shoulders drawing down your back. Inhale, bring your head to center. Exhale, push your palms out in front of you as you round your shoulders, drop your chin, hollow out your chest. Lovely stretch in between the shoulder blades. Inhale, lengthen up, and exhale, arms sweep out and around, coming to shoulder height, shoulders away from the ears. Inhale here, and exhaling, twisting to the left, bring your back hand down behind you, front hand to opposite knee, looking out over your back shoulder, relaxed face and jaw. Inhale back to center, arms outstretched. Exhale, twist to the right. Relax your shoulders down your back, away from your ears. Inhale, rotating back to center, stretching fingertip to fingertip. Bringing your right arm up and catching your right wrist with your left hand. Draw yourself up and over into this side lean, grounding down through your sit bones. Inhale back to center and exhale, release your arms back down by your side. Inhale, reaching your arms up, take hold of your left wrist in your right hand. Draw yourself up and over into this side lean, length through the spine, relaxed face and jaw, sit bones grounded down. Inhale back to center and exhale, release the arms down, drawing that big circle sun all around you. Give your shoulders some nice big circles a few times in each direction. Inhaling, circling up, and exhaling, circling down. Change directions if you haven't already. Lovely shoulder circles, and then relaxing your shoulders down your back, Bring your arms up to shoulder height and circle your wrists just a few times in each direction. Release your arms back down. If you're sitting on a support, take it away. Sit your bottom directly on the mat. Bring your hands behind you and feet parallel in front of you with knees bent. Take a nice breath in and exhale as you let your knees gently drift to one side. Inhale back to center and exhale, your knees fall with control over to the other side. Continue with the breath. Inhale, knees to center. Exhale, let them drift to the other way. And inhale, back to center. These gentle twists will help to tone the waist and stimulate digestion. Let the movements flow on the breath. And in those little natural pauses at the end of every exhalation before the inhalation naturally occurs, just observe the gentle sensations of stretching in the side bodies, maybe in the outer hips, you might feel it. It will depend on your body. Take your time to finish up this round and finish on the opposite side to which you started. Then coming forward on to hands and knees. Widen your knees, bring your big toes together, sink your bottom to your heels and extend your body forward on the mat. Reach your hands forward, shoulder width apart, spreading out all of your fingers. Let your forehead rest on the mat and begin to roll your head side to side, feeling this massage your forehead against the cool, supportive floor. Relax your face, relax your jaw, relax your forehead. Let the earth absorb any tension that your body is feeling. Let the earth absorb any tension in your face. Your face is so relaxed. Bring your head back to center, ground into your hands shoulder width apart, and on your next inhalation, come up to hands and knees. Realign your knees directly under your hips and your ankles aligned with your knees in flat cat position. Long inhalation as you gently push the floor away, and exhale, round your spine into round cat. Release your neck, let your head hang down. Inhale back into flat cat, curl your toes under, and exhale your bottom up into the air into downward dog. Paddle your feet, dropping alternate heels and bending deeply through alternate knees to stretch out the calves a little more. And then come to a moment of stillness, stretching your tailbone up and back. Ground down through your hands, thinking of being a long line from hands to tailbone. Tummy and ribs drawn in. As you exhale, tuck your tail under and feel the forward bend flowing up the spine as you bring your weight forward so shoulders end up over the hands into plank pose. Inhale here, then exhale as you bend deeply through your knees, lift your heels up high, send your bottom up and back, extending hands to tailbone. Inhale in downward dog. Exhale, tuck your tailbone under. Feel the forward bend flowing up the spine. Bring your weight forward into plank. Inhale there. Exhale, sink through the knees. Heels lift high, sending your bottom up and back. Inhale in downward dog. Hands grounded, a long lean line from hands to tailbone. Exhale, tuck your tail under. Feel the forward bend flowing up the spine. Bring your weight forward, coming into plank, then lower your knees and bring your bottom to your heels, belly to the thighs, forehead to the mat in child pose. Keep your arms extending out in front, ground your hands and inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, thread your right arm underneath your left armpit and relax your right shoulder and head to the floor. Let your bottom arm, let your forehead melt into the earth. You might even like to turn your head to the left and just let the right side of your head melt into the earth if that feels more comfortable. Relax face and jaw, relax lips, teeth and tongue. Breathe into the right shoulder. Maybe feeling a gentle stretch for the rotator cuff, the muscles in between the shoulder blade and the back. As you breathe and expand the back of the rib cage, and that right arm just rests on the floor, thread underneath the left armpit. One last lovely deep breath here, grounding into your left hand to lift your chest again. Release your right arm, extend it out in front of you. Press into the right hand to lift your chest, and exhale as you stretch your left arm under the right armpit. Relax your upper body to the floor. Relax your lower body too. Know that you are supported by the earth. Rest your forehead on the mat. Let your forehead be smooth and free from expression. Or you might like to turn your head to the right and let the left side of your head and face rest on the earth. Breathe into the back of your rib cage. Breathe into your lower back. Last breath here, then grounding down through your right hand to lift your chest and release your left arm. Ground your hands shoulder width apart. Inhale to hands and knees. Curl your toes under. Exhale your bottom into the air into downward facing dog. Paddle out through your feet, just in your own gentle timing. As you paddle your feet, you'll feel some changing stretches in the calves and the back of the lower legs. Then coming to stillness and stretching your tailbone up and back, grounding your hands into the earth as if you could reach into the earth for a nice warm hug, relaxing your neck, letting your head hang down. Let's take some more waves through the spine. So nice inhalation, then exhale as you tuck your tailbone under. Feel that forward bend flowing up the spine as you bring your weight forward and stack your shoulders over your hands directly. Inhale in plank, then bend deeply through your knees, lift high through the heels as you exhale and press your bottom up and back into downward dog again. Inhale there, continue with the wave. Tuck the tail, flow the forward bend up the spine. Bring your weight forward, coming into plank pose. Inhale there, sink deeply through your knees, heels lifted high. As you exhale, push your tailbone up and back into downward dog. Neck relaxes, head hangs down. Inhale there. Exhale, tuck your tailbone round the lower back, upper back. Bring your weight forward, flatten into plank. And then bring knees down, tops of the feet to the mat, bottom to the heels, belly to the thighs, into child pose. Relax, have a wiggle side to side, circle the wrists a few times in each direction. Draw your tummy in towards your spine and slowly roll up to sitting, stacking each vertebra on top of the one underneath it. Bring your bottom to the floor and lower yourself down via the strength of your arms, coming onto your left hand side. Stack your hips and be a long, lean line, extending your lower arm out. You could even align your body with the back of the mat if you need a guide to stay nice and straight. Flex your feet and engage the legs. Draw your tummy in, lift your pelvic floor so you're lifted from the underneath side of your waist. This is an active posture. Your neck is relaxed though, and your head just rests on your bottom arm. You can have your top hand in front of you, just resting your fingertips on the mat to steady you. Or you might like to place your top hand on your hip for a little bit more challenge. You will be using your core strength to keep yourself here, hips stacked. Keep your balance as you bend your right knee and use your hand to help you guide the right foot to the inner left thigh. So the left leg is activated, foot is flexed, all those muscles are working to keep you grounded. Your right foot is pressing against the left thigh. Try not to press on the knee joint, so bring that foot above the knee or below the knee joint. Hips stay stacked. Make sure you don't let the top hip drop forward or back. That top hand can rest in front of you or on the hip. Give your right knee a hug, so draw it in using your hand to help you. You might like to hold behind the thigh. If it's comfortable, straighten out through your right leg, flexing the foot, pressing out through the heel. Don't let your top hip rock back, so hips are still stacked. And this will likely mean that your top leg extends forward in front of the midline of the body a little bit rather than pointing straight up towards the ceiling. That's okay, and you're using your core strength to keep you here, tummy drawn in, pelvic floor lifted. And you can experiment with some points and flexes of that top ankle. Notice the changing stretches. Link the ankle movements with the breath in a way that feels good for you. I like to exhale as the foot flexes and the heel presses away. Inhale as the ankle points. Exhale, press the heel away, and you get that wonderful deep stretch up the back of the leg. Bend your top knee and use your hand to guide your top foot to the floor, placing it down in front of the bottom leg. Roll your right shoulder, the top shoulder, back and see if you can bring it to the floor. Don't worry if you can't, and you can always place a cushion underneath that right shoulder to bring the floor to you. We want to keep the hips as stacked as possible. As you bend your bottom knee and draw it up towards you, this will shuffle your right foot towards you a little bit more and increase the stretch you feel in the top of the right hip. You want to roughly have a right angle in your bottom knee and try to keep the top foot flat on the floor. Arms extend out at shoulder height, palms up, and if you haven't quite got space there, you can cactus the arms, keeping the palms up. Relax everything here. Breathe deeply into the back of your body. We're going to move back to center. You can use your hands to help you as you keep your right foot across the left thigh. Shuffle your hips back to center so you're lying directly on your back. Flex both feet and draw your left thigh in towards you, clasping your hands behind the left thigh. You might like to instead place your left foot on some blocks if it's difficult to get your thigh all the way in towards you. And if you have any pain in your right knee here, then leave off this stretch. Feel supported by the earth. You can have a gentle rock side to side. Place your left foot down and your right foot down on the floor, then hug both knees in. Have a gentle rock side to side, and then keeping the knees together, circling the knees, feeling this massage the flesh all around the base of the spine at the sacrum. Do this a few times in each direction. Keeping face, jaw and shoulders relaxed, observing every sensation that you feel. And then rolling over onto your right hand side, so the other side that we haven't done with our side tree. Line yourself up in a straight line, maybe using the back of the mat as a guide. Stack the hips, flex the feet, engage the muscles of your legs, your waist, draw the tummy in, lift the pelvic floor. Maybe rest your top hand on your hip and have your neck nice and relaxed, resting on the bottom arm which extends out long. Taking a few breaths here, finding your balance. Your body is engaged. Draw your tummy in, lift your pelvic floor, lift from the underneath side of your body. Imagine you had a space for a little mouse to run underneath the underneath side of your waist. Feel the legs engaged, feet flexed, all those muscles working. Suck your inner thighs up towards your hip sockets, but face and jaw and neck and the top arm are relaxed. Make sure you keep your hips stacked on top of each other. Don't let the top one rock forward or back. Make sure you stay in a long, lean line. Moving into our side tree pose, keep that bottom leg nice and engaged and use your top hand to help you as you bend your top knee. Place your top foot to the inside of your bottom thigh. Make sure you're not pushing on your bottom knee joint, really engaging through that bottom leg. So you're pushing your bottom thigh into the top foot, you're pushing the top foot down into the bottom thigh. Your hips stay stacked. Think of rolling your left thigh, so that's the top thigh, rolling it out in an external spiral of rotation. Keep drawing your tummy in. Keep lifting your pelvic floor. Keep imagining you have that space for a little mouse to run under the underneath side of your waist. Face and jaw relaxed. Then taking your top hand to your top knee or top thigh and drawing your top knee in towards you. Give it a nice hug in. Feel that lovely stretch all around the hip. Keep that bottom leg still active, still helping you to balance. And breathe. Just observe the sensations of the stretches that you feel here. You can stay here, or you may like to work that top leg straighter. It doesn't matter if you can't get the top leg completely straight. Try to keep the hips as stacked as possible. You can flex the foot and point the ankle and just experiment with this a few times. Maybe seeing which breath pattern feels best to link with this movement for you. Just having a little play around for what feels good in your body. Remember to keep your bottom leg very strong, the foot strongly flexed and the muscles activated, tummy drawn in, pelvic floor lifted to keep you grounded and balanced here. Last breath here. Bend your top knee and place the sole of your top foot onto the floor in front of you. Bend your bottom knee, scooching your top foot a little bit more towards you, stacking the hips. Open out your torso, rolling your left shoulder back onto the floor, or if it doesn't reach the floor, then bring the floor to you with a cushion or a support. You can work to stack the hips a little bit more, a rough right angle at the hips and a rough right angle in each knee. Last breath here, and keeping the same shape with the legs, shift your hips back to center. So your right sole of the foot will be on the floor and your left ankle will be across the right thigh, flexing the left foot strongly and rolling the left thigh out in an external spiral of rotation to get a deeper stretch into the left outer hip. And you can take hold of your right thigh in your hands and draw it in towards you, clasping your hands behind the right thigh, keeping both feet flexed. One more deep breath here. Breathe into that left buttock and then release your legs and hug your knees in. Gently rock side to side. Keeping your knees together, circle your knees. All this gives the lower back and the sacroiliac area a lovely massage. Circling the knees in like this is great for your digestion too. It's a stimulation for all the internal organs of the abdomen. Shuffle your bottom so that you're really lengthening your tailbone down towards the foot of the mat. The spine is so long. On your inhalation, circle your knees away from each other and exhale, circle them in towards each other. So we're stirring the hip sockets with the ends of the thigh bones. 3 slow circles in each direction in time with your breath. So change directions when you're ready. Delicious hip opening stretches. This is so good for the health of your hip joints. It will stimulate circulation and blood supply to the joint, keeping it really healthy. And I'm sure you can feel lots of lovely little stretches all around the inner hips. Bring your knees towards you. Give them a little hug in, and then separating the knees, thread your hands in between them and rest your heels in your hands. Bring the soles of the feet together and the knees wide into this version of reclined bound angle pose. Relax everything. Breathe deeply. Observe the muscles you feel stretching and breathe into them. You might take a little rock side to side. Stay here, or taking hold of the outside edges of your feet, keep your knees bent as you shine the soles of your feet towards the ceiling. You might rock a little side to side, then come to stillness. This is happy baby pose. Keep working your tailbone down towards the earth so you don't want your bottom to pop up. And work your knees in towards your armpits. A delicious deep hip stretch. Stay here, or for more challenge, keeping hold of the outside edges of your feet, extend your legs as much as you can. Keep that tailbone working down. Don't worry if you can't get your legs completely straight. Keep pushing out through the heels and breathing into the stretch at the backs of the legs. Take one more nice deep breath here in reclined wide angle pose. Return the soles of your feet back together. Bring your knees back together and hug your knees in, gently rocking side to side. Rock back to center. Keep your right knee hugged in as you extend your left leg out along the mat, flexing both feet. Take a deep breath into your belly, and as you exhale, engage your tummy muscles to lift your shoulders and head off the floor. Take a round of breath here. You're closing the gap between the inner hips and the lower rib. On your inhalation, release your shoulders and head back down and swap over legs. So left knee hugs in, right leg extends, both feet flex. Deep breath into the belly and exhale, shoulders and head come off the floor, squeezing nose to knee for a lovely round of breath. On your inhalation, relax shoulders and head back down. Hug your knees into your chest and have a rock side to side. Return your feet to the floor, turning your toes in as your knees knock together, heels turn out. Arms are by your sides, palms face up. You can stay like this, or if your back feels okay, let your right knee flop out to the side and extend that leg along the mat. Let your left knee flop to the side and extend that leg along the mat. Feet falling outwards, hips feel open. Shuffle your shoulders down your back, make sure palms are facing up. The back of the neck is long. The lower part of the back of the skull rests on the floor, or use a support under your head if it feels better. Take a few deep breaths as you sink and melt your body into the supportive earth. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, let your head roll gently to one side. Inhale the head back to center. Exhale, your head rolls to the other side. In that pause at the end of the exhalation, enjoy your neck stretch. And as you inhale, your head floats back to center. Repeat one more time each side. Take your time and simply feel the movement riding on the breath, feeling that the earth is supporting you and any tension from your neck is melting, being absorbed by the earth. Your body is left free, clear and calm. Bringing your head back to center and just spending a few moments resting here. You can always stay here beyond the end of the video in Shavasana. It's such a wonderful place to be. You might like to place your hands on your belly with fingers pointing downwards, index fingers and thumbs just gently touching, and breathe into your belly. Feel the warmth and the weight of your hands on your belly, breathing down to the hands, feeling your soft passive core. Every muscle in your body is relaxed. Eventually, when you feel ready to move and come back to your everyday activities, Have a full body stretch, stretching long like a pencil. Reach your toes away from your fingertips. Keep your face and jaw relaxed. Keep your eyes closed. Have any movements that your body needs. Have a little wiggle here and there. Softly open your eyes, taking your time. Roll over onto your side. Maybe spend a few more moments there. And use the strength of your arms to make your way up to sitting. Notice how you feel upright again, awake and alert and feeling good. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Namaste.